Morning. Just a short video about our off-grid power station. We always have lots of questions about it, so I thought I'd just show you what all the various bits and pieces are now that it's been rewired. I'm going to start with the battery. So it's just a 24 volt battery. It's basically a forklift battery. They're tubular plate batteries. Each of those units there is a 2 volt cell wired together in series to give 24 volts, and it's about 840 amp hour, 1000 amp hour maybe, we're lucky. We get about 12 kilowatts of usable power from that. So that's charged by these are 4 solar charge controllers. Each one of those comes from one of our arrays, a couple down the field, one by the compost toilet and a little one on the cottage roof. They're all running at quite high voltage, and they convert that into 24 volts, which charges the battery. Then in the middle, got our inverters. These convert the DC power to 240 volt AC that we use in the house, or the houses. And there's 3 of them here connected together in parallel. So that gives us 9 kilowatts worth of inverter power. And you can see here they're connected with these big 95mm cables onto metal bus bars, which are connected to the batteries, because the amperages involved here are pretty high. Up the top here we have all our isolation switches, which we've kind of finally labelled. Below it says which ones are which. Over here, the big orange yoke is another inverter for our ground array, and that's a grid tie inverter, which is connected to the grid that we're creating here of our own. Over here is the wind kit, and in there's another inverter. It's a 5 kilowatt inverter, I think, and bits and pieces for the wind there. Green light means good news, it's working. And down here we've got all the AC bits, which are basically main switches for the house and the cottage. We have a couple of meters in there which are measuring how much is coming in from the wind and the solar. You see them flashing away there. And then here, this is a useful thing. This is the iBoost. And what that does is it takes any unused power from the wind and the big new solar array, and you can see there it says it's heating. So it's running an immersion heater in the cottage, and once the tank of water in there gets up to temperature, then it'll switch over and it'll heat our house. And then last is this is called the colour control, and this is basically, this tells us what's going on at any given time, what our loads are, what state the batteries are in, and we can access that from anywhere really, because it's connected to the outside world. And this is basically a battery monitor at the bottom here. We also run a distiller as well. The batteries need topped up with distilled water regularly. I'll just put 5 litres in them, especially in warm weather when they're working hard and getting quite hot. So this distilling unit runs whenever we've got a bit of surplus power. And this has just been rewired, like I said, because it's grown over time, and we just wanted to tidy it up really. Started labelling things so that other people can work out what's going on. I've begun writing a manual for it as well, because if I get run over by a bus, I need to make sure that Claire can carry on running it. I anyone comes to maintain it, they'll know which is, you know, what's what. So there you go. That's the power station. And on a fairly cloudy day, it's been raining all day. Yeah, the batteries are nearly full. Well, should certainly have one tank, if not 2 tanks of hot water. And at the moment, at least, it's working very well.